Body tracers are one of the most popular types of poi tricks, with eye-catching options ranging from snakes to tuck turns and many more. In this video, I'm going to take you through 5 skill levels of body tracers to help you find an option that fits where you are in your poi journey and give you new challenges to explore in the future. Drex here from Drex Factor Poi, sharing with you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain, with a video exploring the many amazing directions that poi body tracers can take you in. But before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Flowfests, Flow Toys, Pyroterra Light Toys, and Ultra Poi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these amazing companies and the work that they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links down in the description of this video. And special thanks to the non-business friend of the channel, Becca Becklinen. Thank you so very much for supporting my channel, my work, and my mission. Body tracers emerged from relative obscurity to become one of the most recognizable and widespread families of poi tricks out there. Thanks to the groundbreaking work of artists like Thomas Nevisoul Johansson, Leo Akaza, Yuta Imamura, and Ivan Melgorbanov, body tracers have become a mainstay of the poi world and a favorite for many in it. I've covered the topic in some detail before, with everything from individual trick tutorials to a full history of the term. But one thing I haven't done yet is offer up a roadmap for people to get into body tracers and challenge themselves by seeing what options still lie ahead of them. So regardless of whether you're an absolute beginner or you've been spinning for multiple years, I've got a trick on this list that is sure to give you a new challenge. Let's dive in. Trick number 1, beginner, tuck turns. Tuck turns are among the first poi tricks that many flow artists learned, and I've long maintained that they're also a hidden body tracer. And not only that, we constantly underestimate just how useful they are. You can perform tuck turns by spinning the poi in a small pedal behind your shoulders and hips as you take your hands around in a circle. Generally, we first learn this in together times same direction, and there's a lot going on under the hood here. Tuck turns can be thought of as 2-petal in-spin flowers that we wrap around our shoulders and hips, adding more body interaction to what's otherwise a pretty stock flower. But the rabbit hole doesn't end there. If I flatten down the path of the hands to just a straight line, it suddenly becomes very easy to see that tuck turns are a variation on poi snakes, a popular form of body tracing. This also means that we can take the tuck turn into horizontal or vertical snake variations, or explore volume with it in a variety of different ways. And recognizing that these tuck turns represent a poi body tracer done in one specific timing and direction mode also means that we have 3 other options for this move that we can explore. I'm a particular fan of the split time opposites version. But tuck turns are not the only beginner poi tricks that offer up body tracer variations, and for our next trick on the list, we're going to explore another one. Trick number 2, beginner intermediate, archer fountains. The poi 3-beat weave is perhaps the most famous poi move of all time, but its simplicity obscures a wide variety of fun variations. The most important variation for our list, though, is the variation known as the archer weave. This involves extending one of the hands far out away from the performer in wall plane and keeping the other hand close to the opposite shoulder, resulting in a pose not unlike an archer drawing the string of a bow. But getting down the archer weave is only the first step to getting down this unique body tracing variation. After all, we can use the 3-beat weave to turn in waist straps and expand those waist straps out to fountains. And the same is true of archer weaves. Archer fountains take the fountain concept and make it sleek and sensual in a way that no other fountain can touch. This requires us to slide our hands up and down each arm as we go above our heads and below our shoulders. The result is perhaps my favorite body tracer of all time. Even better, when we recognize that we usually perform fountains in an in-spin direction, that also gives us access to performing them in an anti-spin direction too. And the anti-spin archer fountain is easily the coolest expression of this concept. With our tuck turns and weaves down, it's time to get into some more intermediate level tricks, and specifically apply the body tracer label to some poi flowers and hybrids. Trick number 3, intermediate, the Nevisoul. It's rare that a poi trick becomes so identified with a specific performer as to get named after them, but Thomas Nevisoul Johansson is no ordinary performer. One of the most accomplished and stylish poi spinners to emerge from Sweden during the height of the tech poi movement, Nevisoul made significant contributions to popular moves like stall chasers and body tracers. But this move is perhaps his most famous contribution of all. When we get right down to it, the Nevisoul is really just a poi hybrid, a 4-pedal anti-spin flower combined with a 2-pedal in-spin flower, a hybrid that is one of the most popular in the world and for which there are countless variations. But there's something unique about the version Nevisoul popularized. The ways in which it wraps around the body bring to mind crossers and windmills, but more than that, it just makes this hybrid pop in a way that no other variation can. Even better, it combines seamlessly with the Archer fountain we described in our last section to create a slick combo that moves back and forth between the two tricks. Try this one out once you have both tricks down and give your audience a taste of two body tracers that fit together smooth as butter. If you found the Nevisoul to be a fun challenge, then the next item on the list will take you even further into body tracing flower bliss. Trick number 4, Intermediate Advanced, Mel's Body Tracer. Here we have another entry on the list that is so associated with a specific poi spinner style that it's hard to describe it without including their name in the conversation. Ivan Melgorbanov is a Russian poi spinner who has made countless contributions to the poi world over the course of the past decade. But one of his more commonly performed tricks is this split-time opposites variation that goes around his shoulders as he works from side to side. Incorporating elements of crossers and flowers, this body tracer is a fun challenge. If you've gotten to the point where simply doing the reels around your body parts has become second nature, put those skills to the test with this unique trick. You can take this body tracer from side to side or up and down depending upon what flavor you're most interested in exploring. There's no wrong answer here. This is also a great opportunity to point you towards Mel's channel, where he frequently uploads combo challenges and new tricks, including combos that frequently feature this one. Check out the link down in the description to learn more. Now, before I share with you my final pick for 5 levels of poi body tracing, I do have a quick favor to ask. If you've come this far, it seems likely that you have an interest in poi and flow arts, and if that's the case, then I can help you learn more. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you know exactly when I drop a new video. Plus which, it helps other people find the channel. Thanks so much. Now, to cap off our list with trick number 5, Advanced, Folding Lines. This may seem like an odd pick. Why is there a contact poi trick on this list? Well, it's because it requires knowledge of body tracing to get it down. Folding lines involve rolling the poi head from the hand to the elbow and then back out again as the hand folds back and forth in front of our body. Hence, the name. But what's going on under the hood here is something we've been looking at since our very first trick on this list. Namely, the path that the poi handle takes during this roll is identical to the movement of the poi head when we do a tuck turn or snake. We've just switched which end of the prop happens to be touching our body. This means that it can actually be helpful to get in-depth knowledge of body tracers in order to get folding lines down. It's a spot where cross-training can be helpful for learning more about two branches of the poi world that otherwise seem very different and distinct. Try out this trick for yourself with this knowledge in mind and see if it helps you visualize where you need the tether to go as you perform this trick. I know that it helped me out when I was first learning it. Want to learn how to do all the tricks on this list? I'll include links to tutorials for them down in the description of this video. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this list and found an option that's right for you wherever you are with your own skills. Which body tracers would make your list? Did I miss a favorite? Leave me a comment and let me know which one, and what tricks you'd like to see me break down by skill level next. This video would not be possible without my amazing supporters on Patreon. In particular, I want to give a shout out to my Flow patrons that are listed up on screen. Y'all rock. Thanks so much for making this video and all the videos on my channel possible. And if you out there watching aren't currently a supporter, but you still love the work that I do, I'd love to invite you to help me out by checking out my Patreon over at patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi and signing up if you like what you see. I've got a whole host of awesome rewards available, but more important than that, you'll be supporting my mission to bring poi spinning and flow arts to the whole wide world. So Go check that out, please and thank you. If you dug this video and you'd like to check out even more variations on those tuck turns I was showing off earlier, I did a video on 5 levels of tuck turns that I'll link to down in the description as well as up on screen. Check it out and see if it gives you any more ideas. Either way, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to get out and flow yourself today, and I'll see you with a new video real soon. Take care now. Peace.